Hello guys, Alex J. is here. This one's gonna be a improv video, as I said in my last one. But my last video, I said it was gonna be a Meliodas one. I'm kind of sorry about that. It's actually just going to be a Deku ex-listener. I'm very sorry if you guys watched the last video and thought I was giving your hopes up for nothing. But I will do a Meliodas one in the future, I promise. So without further ado, let's get on with the Deku ex-listener improv. You and Deku were walking around town, patrolling the city as you guys were on patrol duty that day, since the villain attacks have been spiking in that area quite recently. You and him were the number 1 and number 2 pro heroes. So you both had a lot of people staring at you while you guys were trying to do your work. And a lot of people trying to get interviews as well. But you both covered for each other and went on about your work. You and him were just chatting, and you asked him if he could give you his autograph. He started crying because he wanted to ask for your autograph first, even though he was the number 1 hero. You were quite shocked about this, but you told him sure. So you autographed for him and he autographed for you. You and him, after your long shift, you guys go home and he makes you a nice beef stew, just how you like it. And you thanked him, even though he worked harder than you did today. He was very nice. Just a moment, listener. I'm going to get us some juice to go with it, too. What kind do you want? You told him your favorite juice, and he brought it in for you. Here you go, listener. I hope you enjoy. You nodded and told him that if it was anything he made, it'd be awesome. Also, I forgot to mention that he brought the beef stew in too. Whoopsies. That's what you call improv. Back to the story though. You and him relaxed watching the news and figured out that your guys' friend Todoroki had just gotten into a bad accident along with Tenya Ida as well, with a villain around the area you were patrolling. But whenever you guys switched out shifts, it was Shoto and Ida's turn, which made you guys even more worried. So you guys got dressed immediately and ran to the hospital. You asked them if you guys could see him or them, and they told you sure, go right ahead. You guys go in to visit Ida first, and Ida, his engines in his legs looked like they had been very overused and burnt around the skin around his legs. Todoroki, on the other hand, didn't seem too bad, but it was actually worse than what you thought. He had a lot of broken bones, a lot more than Ida did, and he had scorch marks on his arms, not from his own quirk, but somebody else's, which made you even more worried. You asked him who did it, but they couldn't give you an answer because they didn't really know. All they knew is that a villain that was completely covered in black in the night attacked them. So whenever the next day that you and Deku were patrolling, you guys made sure to be extra careful, to use extra precautions to keep the civilians safe. You guys were very on edge, especially at what had just happened. Out of nowhere, a villain comes to attack you guys. but you stand your ground. And even though Deku was the one being attacked, you pushed him out of the way so that the blow wouldn't be too bad. The blow knocked you unconscious, and Deku tried screaming your name. You heard him, but you couldn't respond. You couldn't stand up, you couldn't even move, you couldn't even open your eyes. You couldn't do nothing. Next thing you know, you wake up in this hospital that looks like it's really new. And nothing seems to look right. As you see a boy or a man with green hair and a beard that was also green to match his hair, laying next to you, laying his head on your bed, sleeping. It looked like he had had a rough day, and you couldn't place your finger on who it was, even though you tried figuring it out, but your mind wasn't ringing any bells. You tried to speak, but your throat was so sore and dry that you couldn't talk. He had felt you move, so he looked up very quickly and looked at you with relief. Oh, listener, you're finally awake. You asked him who he was and where you were. He told you that you guys were in a hospital and that he was Deku. You told him that there was no way he was Deku and he was lying. It's really me, listener. I promise you. It's been a few years, though. You asked him how many years exactly it had been. He told you 5. 5 years since the battle. 5 years in a coma. 5 years of your life gone. You started crying, and Deku hugged you, comforting you, telling you that it was going to be okay. Okay, that's the end for this video because my throat's actually starting to get a little sore from all this talking, man. But if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And if you want, go check out the rest of the videos on my YouTube channel. In my opinion, they're not that good, but they might help you out. Also, if you guys need me, Instagram, email, they're linked in my channel. Also, my Patreon's linked there as well. If you guys want to check that out. And thank you so much for watching my video. Bye!